Stop whatever you are doing right now and just listen to me. Virgo, you did not click on this video by accident. The exact cycle you are currently navigating, the very weight you have been carrying in silence, brought you here. I can feel the exhaustion you have been hiding, that strange heaviness that hits you right when things are finally supposed to go right. But if you walk away now, you will leave behind the one piece of the puzzle that explains why your biggest win has been delayed and how it is finally arriving. You are the Virgo who works flawlessly in the shadows, building everything perfectly, only to watch things mysteriously fall apart at the very last second. I saw you swallow the good news at that table because something warned you it wasn't safe to share. You called it bad luck at the finish line, but you have been fighting a spiritual envy and an invisible siege, the unspoken jealousy from those who smile but secretly resent your competence and light. You refuse to admit it hurts, rationalizing every failure as a logical error, feeling the urge to just work harder instead of protecting your spiritual field. But think of a lighthouse in the fog. A lighthouse doesn't ask for permission to shine, but its light inevitably draws the attention of those lost in the dark. Your upcoming win is the light, and the envy is the fog trying to swallow it before it reaches the shore. You will understand why your biggest plans always seem to stall right before the finish line. You will discover the silent energy that has been draining you whenever you shared your goals. You will learn how to build an invisible wall around your upcoming victory. You will recognize the 3 signs that the universe is finally breaking this cycle of sabotage. And before this message closes, I am going to say a sentence about your life that you will carry for the next few months. You have already felt that there is a strange heaviness pressing down on your shoulders that gets stronger precisely when things are finally starting to go right, as if every step you take is being watched too closely. It is as if something inside you knew that not every smile around you is cheering for your victory, but your logical mind hasn't accepted it yet. What if this sequence of last-minute blockages and sudden exhaustion is not a coincidence, but a sign that the universe is trying to show you the spiritual envy that surrounds your path, Virgo? Because while many people pretend that spiritual envy does not exist, very few realize that every delayed victory can carry an unspoken stare, an invisible chain, and a spiritual siege that has not yet been cut. But what if the great turning point lies in this revelation that you haven't been able to apply yet? Now think with me, why does everything in my life stall just when it is about to go right? What if every project that died the night before, every compliment with a bitter aftertaste, every flawless effort you made, that someone else took credit for every heavy energy after certain gatherings and this constant feeling of being watched too closely are actually signs of a spiritual envy you have ignored for far too long? It was searching for answers to this that I found this digital book called The Great Secret Behind the Spiritual Envy Against Virgo. This book is not just a read. It is a revelation created for Virgos who wish to understand where this energy that stalls your journey comes from, cut the invisible ties of envy, the evil eye, and silent sabotage, and armor your energy so you can finally claim your greatest win without fear of being seen. Many Virgos already feel they need to protect themselves from this energy that surrounds them, but they still haven't made the decision to download the digital book. Download it right now. It is available in the first pinned comment, but beware, access could be taken offline at any moment. It reveals reflections, hidden signs, and directions that can transform this invisible siege into absolute freedom. Do not wait for another massive victory to stall at the last second before seeking protection. Click now, download your copy, and discover why the envy that tried to dim your light might be exactly the proof that the universe has prepared for you a victory far too great to pass unnoticed. If this first word has already touched something deep inside you, write, "My victory is protected," down below. Not for me, but because another Virgo who is exactly where you were a year ago needs this message to find them tonight. This path has a map, and it is already within your reach in the first pinned comment. I will come back to it shortly. And if for some reason you are not interested or cannot acquire the digital book right now, there is still another door open for you. I do not receive a single cent for any of these messages that I deliver here every day. Nothing at all. And yet they keep coming out every day for you and for every Virgo who still needs to be reached. If at any moment your heart wishes to give back a little of what you received, there is a voluntary donation link open in the first pinned comment right below the book. Any amount that fits in your hand today, any amount that your heart points to, this is what keeps this channel standing. This is what makes the next message reach another Virgo tomorrow, exactly as it reached you today. I am waiting for you there, Virgo. I haven't told you the most important thing yet. There are 4 signs that this siege is already acting upon you, and you are going to recognize at least one. We are entering the deep waters now, Virgo. I need you to completely silence the noise of the outside world for just a moment. I know you are used to carrying everything by yourself, constantly calculating your next move while making sure everyone around you is taken care of. But right now, you need to put that burden down. This is not about what you need to do for others. This is about what is being done to you in the shadows. Notice how your body reacts to what I'm about to say right now. Pay attention to your shoulders, to that slight tension at the base of your neck, because your physical body has been trying to warn you about this invisible siege long before your logical mind was ready to accept it. Your intuition has been screaming the truth, but your rational mind keeps demanding proof. The first sign always arrives wrapped in a strange physical heaviness. Think about that sudden wave of exhaustion that hits you out of nowhere, usually right at 3 in the afternoon, moments after you shared a piece of good news in a seemingly friendly environment. You immediately brush it off. You blame the lack of sleep, the coffee that wore off, or the heavy workload. But that was not natural fatigue. That was your energy field registering a massive silent drain from those who smiled at you while secretly resenting your progress. You called it sudden burnout, Virgo. The universe called it a silent spiritual drain. Then comes the second sign, the one that hurts your pride the most. That project or golden opportunity that was 99% guaranteed, only to inexplicably vanish on a Friday afternoon without any logical reason. For some of you, this shows up as vital financial deals falling through right before the final signature. For others, it manifests as sudden, chaotic misunderstandings with the exact people who hold the keys to your next step. You exhausted yourself trying to find the flaw in your flawless execution. You called it bad luck at the finish line. The universe called it an invisible siege. The third sign lives in the bitter aftertaste of a compliment. Someone you genuinely thought supported you praises your recent victory, but their words leave your stomach tied in knots. Your logical mind tells you to be grateful, to accept the praise, but your gut senses the hidden jealousy wrapped perfectly in their smile. You forced yourself to ignore the discomfort, convincing yourself that you were just being too critical. You called it overthinking a simple compliment. The universe called it energetic perception. And finally, the fourth sign. The overwhelming, sudden urge to stay completely silent and hide your progress, even when you should be celebrating out loud. You start shrinking your own achievements so others will not feel uncomfortable around your expanding light. You assume this is just your natural Virgo humility acting up, but it is actually a profound, instinctive defense mechanism. Your aura is trying to protect you from the heavy stares you constantly feel on your back. These signs share a common origin, and it has a name. But before the name, you need something else. There is a path of protection, and I am going to open it right now, before the name, before the word. Because whoever carries the weight of this siege needs relief before receiving the revelation. Stay with me. And this is exactly where the path of protection opens. The signs that just hit you did not hit by chance, Virgo. You are dealing with that weight which isn't just fatigue, it is colder, an invisible barrier that tightens around you every time your light begins to expand. You feel it in your chest, a strange contraction that happens the moment you are about to step into a new chapter of your life. It is as if the deepest part of your intuition finally admits that not every hand extended to you wants to see you cross the finish line, even though your rational, analytical mind fights fiercely against this truth. You keep trying to find a logical explanation for the sudden exhaustion. But what if this exact sequence of sudden exhaustion and last-minute blockages is not a random phase, but a precise cosmic alarm trying to reveal the spiritual envy tightening around your path? I have seen Virgos exactly where you are right now. I have watched brilliant, dedicated minds exhaust themselves trying to outwork an energetic blockage. They constantly analyzed what they did wrong, replaying every conversation, double-checking every detail of their flawless execution, when their only mistake was shining too brightly in a room full of hidden shadows. They tried to fix with pure logic and harder work what desperately needed to be severed with spiritual boundaries. I watched them carry the silent resentment of their peers until their own bodies could not take it anymore. And I saw the exact moment everything shifted for them, when they finally stopped trying to understand the envy and simply chose to lock it out. The doors that slammed shut at the last minute, the friendships that suddenly grew cold when you started succeeding, the sensation of carrying heavy stares that no one admits to. It was searching for answers to this that I found this digital book called The Great Secret Behind the Spiritual Envy Against Virgo. This is not just a collection of words to make you feel better. It is a spiritual surgical tool designed specifically for your energetic field. It goes into the deepest layers of your unseen battles. It maps out the exact origins of the silent resentment draining you, teaches you how to cut those invisible ties without having to confront anyone or say a single word, and shows you how to build a shield so dense that the evil eye will simply bounce off your aura and return to its sender. It gives you the exact energetic protocols to seal your progress. Because remember this truth, Virgo, envy cannot stop what it cannot see. The siege only holds power while it remains unrecognized in the dark. But you must act now because this cosmic cycle only opens this door once. And this configuration does not wait for those who hesitate. The window to claim your greatest win without interference is closing. Because every single day you spend without this path is another drop of your vital energy drained by people who secretly do not want you to win. Every new project you launch or good news you share without this armor is another target painted on your back for the invisible siege to strike at the last second. Every month you delay establishing this protection is another massive victory unfairly postponed, handed over to someone who did half the work but carried none of the spiritual weight you have been absorbing in silence. The digital book is in the first pinned comment. Download it right now, while this word is still alive in you. Claim the absolute armor against this siege that only this specific path can fully map out for you. Take a deep breath right now and visualize that lighthouse again. The fog around it is thick, heavy, and the waves are crashing violently against the cold stone, but the structure remains completely unshaken. You do not need to fight the fog, Virgo. You just need to ensure the glass protecting your light is completely sealed. You are finally learning that true spiritual strength is not just about enduring the storm and absorbing the impact for everyone else. It is about knowing how to shut the door on the cold winds that never belonged to you in the first place. You have spent years absorbing the unspoken jealousy of rooms you walked into, but right now, in this exact second, that cycle of absorption ends. Feel that tension in the back of your neck, slowly beginning to dissolve. You are taking back the space that was silently invaded. You are preparing the ground for the light to shine uninterrupted. And as I told you earlier, Virgo, besides the digital book that is in the first pinned comment, there is that voluntary donation link open right below the book. I still do not receive a single cent for each message that comes out of here for you. That is why this link exists, so that another Virgo tomorrow finds exactly this message that found you today. Any amount that your heart points to. Every such gesture keeps our channel standing and makes the next message reach whoever needs it, exactly as it reached you today. What acts against you has a form and it has a deadline. And now, with the path laid out before you, the name descends. It is not a sequence of random bad luck. It is not a cosmic punishment for a mistake you made in the past. It is what the universe calls the final threshold. This is a highly concentrated, specific karmic window, a compressed period of time where the spiritual envy around you drastically intensifies right before a massive breakthrough is released into your life. You are literally standing on the edge of one of the greatest wins of your life. But before that victory tangibly manifests in your physical reality, the final threshold acts as a powerful energetic filter. This invisible siege tightens around you precisely because Your aura is already vibrating at the high frequency of that impending victory. The heavy stares you feel, the sudden blockages on a Friday afternoon, the friendships that inexplicably cool down, all of this is actually the definitive proof that this great win is approaching so fast that those who vibrate at a lower frequency can unconsciously sense it. They feel your light expanding before you even announce it. They are desperately trying to stop you before you cross this threshold, pulling you backward so you remain small enough for them to feel comfortable. But you cannot shrink anymore. Think of an ancient massive tree holding up the entire forest during a violent, relentless storm. Everyone stops to admire the beautiful branches, marveling at the way they sway and survive the heavy winds. But absolutely no one looks down. No one sees the roots working tirelessly underground, taking all the intense pressure in the dark, absorbing the brutal impact to keep the entire structure standing. You have been that root for so many people, Virgo. For years you have absorbed the emotional impact of those around you. You have held everything together in silence, stabilizing the ground for everyone else, while they comfortably took the credit for the stability you provided. You did the grueling, invisible work in the dark, expecting nothing but fairness in return. And just when you were finally about to bloom for yourself, to receive your own sunlight and claim the reward for your flawless dedication, the soil around you suddenly turned incredibly heavy, cold, and toxic. The people you supported began to stare at you with silent resentment, demanding that you stay in the dark. That is exactly where you are right now, Virgo. But this cycle of taking the weight for others is definitively over. The root is finally breaking through the heavy concrete, ready to claim the surface and bask in the light it rightfully earned. I watched you carry the weight of rooms you did not break, absorbing the silent resentment of those who secretly envied the very strength they relied on to survive. You thought I was unfairly delaying your victory, letting you bleed out right at the finish line, but I was actually forcing the hidden intentions of those around you to the surface, so you would not carry their poison into your new chapter. Your delay was not a denial, it was my ultimate protection. Now, drop their weight and step forward without them. There is a man who carried this exact same invisible weight for years, quietly building empires and securing victories for others, while watching his own personal dreams inexplicably stall at the very last step. He kept rationalizing his sudden failures, blaming his own planning, and working twice as hard to outrun the invisible resistance that seemed to block every major leap he tried to take. He was exhausting himself, trying to solve a spiritual siege with pure logic. And then he stopped trying to outwork the blockages and started protecting his energetic field. What changed in him was not his already flawless work ethic, it was his spiritual armor. He simply learned to identify the final threshold and firmly shut the door on the envy that was secretly draining him in the shadows. He claimed his greatest win without any struggle, merely by cutting the unseen ties that kept pulling him backward, stepping into his new reality completely untouched by the heavy stares of his past. You are still processing all of this right now, feeling that undeniable chill running down your arms and the sudden lightness in your chest as your physical body finally recognizes the exact invisible battle you have been fighting in the dark. You are realizing that the delay was never your fault. The deepest truth is still ahead, and it has your name. Now that you know what this invisible siege truly is, we must talk about who you became while fighting it in the dark. Because the universe does not just reveal the enemy, it also renames the survivor. You are no longer just someone who works hard and hopes for the best, Virgo. You have been forged in this unseen battle, and your energy field has taken specific forms to withstand the pressure of those heavy stares. There are 3 exact identities you have worn during this long crossing. First, you became the hidden architect, who learned to build in the dark to avoid the stares. Virgo designs the most magnificent structures, but quickly learns that working in the light only attracts those who want to steal the blueprints. So you hid your progress. You started constructing your dreams in absolute silence, presenting the finished result, only when it was too late for anyone to destroy it. But your vulnerability is that you convinced yourself you actually prefer the dark, forgetting that your brilliant work was always meant to be seen and celebrated in the sun. Then you had to become the silent bearer, who absorbed the envy without ever complaining. Virgo absorbs the tension of the room, taking on the unspoken resentments and the heavy atmosphere so that others can breathe freely. You listened to the bitter compliments and swallowed the sudden betrayals, rationalizing them to keep the peace. You carried everyone else's emotional weight so flawlessly that they forgot you have shoulders that ache too. Your vulnerability is that you mistook this painful absorption for duty, convincing yourself that if you just endured a little more, the envy would eventually dissipate. And now, the universe is forcefully pulling you into your final form, the reclaimed victor, who takes back what the siege delayed. Virgo does not beg for what is rightfully theirs. Virgo simply steps forward and claims it when the time is right. You are finally realizing that the victories that were inexplicably stalled on those Friday afternoons were not cancelled. They were just held in cosmic escrow until you were strong enough to protect them. Your only vulnerability here is the lingering guilt, the quiet fear that taking back your massive win might make others uncomfortable. But you must outgrow that fear right now. You are the architect stepping into the light, the bearer dropping the heavy burden, and the victor claiming the delayed reward. Notice your chest right now. That warmth spreading through your lungs has a name. It is the absolute relief of being seen entirely, of finally acknowledging that the exhaustion was real, the envy was real, but your impending victory is even more real. You are no longer a target in the fog. You are the lighthouse claiming its shore. But this powerful identity that has just been spoken over your life needs to be sustained. Because the Virgo who knows their own value without knowing the siege that surrounds them will eventually go back to carrying heavy stairs that are not theirs. It is exactly to ensure you never shrink back into the dark that I am pointing you toward the great secret behind the spiritual envy against Virgo. This digital book is available right now in the first pinned comment. It is not just about understanding the past. It is the definitive manual for sustaining the powerful identity that has just been spoken over your life. It teaches you how to maintain your boundaries and keep the fog out for good. Do not wait for that heavy stare to return before learning how to uphold the truth that was just revealed about you. Go to the first pinned comment, download your copy, and seal this new chapter so no invisible drain can ever touch it again. I promised I would come back to this. But first, you need to know how this cycle is going to try to return, because it will try. I told you that this cycle would try to creep back into your life, Virgo. Because an invisible siege does not just vanish the moment it is recognized. It desperately tries to find a new blind spot before you can fully establish your defenses. The heavy stares you just shook off will attempt to disguise themselves as something else, something much closer to you. But this time, you will not be unarmed. The first way this siege will try to return is through the doubt that sounds exactly like your own voice. You will be sitting there, finally proud of a massive step you took, and suddenly, a quiet thought will whisper that it is not good enough, that you missed a detail, that it will probably fall apart anyway. It is not your natural critical eye. It is not your perfectionism. It is the residue of their envy trying to plant a seed of sabotage in your own mind. When that happens, your weapon is immediate. You will physically tap your chest once, interrupting the physical loop, and you will say out loud, "This thought does not belong to me." Watch how fast the mental fog clears when you refuse to claim an energy you did not create. The second attempt will come wrapped in the bitter compliment. It happens when someone close to you praises your victory, but the tone of their voice leaves a strange metallic taste in your mouth. For some of you, this will happen with a coworker who smiles too widely. For others, with a friend who always manages to point out a tiny flaw disguised as helpful advice right after congratulating you. Do not swallow that heavy energy, Virgo. Your weapon here is silent but absolute. As they speak, mentally visualize a polished mirror rising between you, reflecting their exact words and hidden intentions right back to them. You just nod politely, but internally, the mirror sends the invisible drain back to its source. The third and final desperate attempt of the siege is the sudden urge to hide your light. You will receive incredible news, and your immediate instinct will be to stay completely silent, shrinking yourself so others will not feel threatened. But you cannot dim the lighthouse just because the fog is thick. Your weapon is to adjust your posture. You will literally stand tall, pull your shoulders back, look straight ahead, and silently declare, "My light is mine to keep." These three weapons protect you from what I managed to show you today, But the cycle has more layers than what fits in one video, and you need to know exactly what to do when that compliment comes with a bitter taste, when the next project stalls on the eve of success, when the nameless exhaustion returns after certain encounters. It was for these exact moments that I pointed you to the great secret behind the spiritual envy against Virgo. It is the complete map of protection that is missing, so this siege never catches you off guard again. I am not rushing you. I am warning you. Do not wait for the next wave of envy to finally open this map. This specific cosmic window is open right now, offering you the precise energetic shield to cross this threshold. But it will not wait forever for you to make a move. The link is in the first pinned comment. But now, Virgo, I need you to stop learning for a moment and start feeling. I need you to lower your guard for just a moment, Virgo. Close your eyes if you can, or simply let your gaze soften. Notice the exact spot where the tension has been sitting all day, right there in your neck, creeping into your shoulders and tightening your chest. I want you to drop your shoulders right now. Take one deep breath very slowly. Exhale. You have been on high alert for so long that your physical body forgot what it feels like to just be safe. You have been constantly anticipating the next problem, the next sudden obstacle, the next heavy stare from someone you trusted. But right now, in this exact moment, you are stepping completely out of their reach. You are entering the space where their envy cannot survive. Imagine standing in a completely quiet room, feeling those heavy stares of the past years pressing against your shoulders. It is the weight of every unspoken jealousy, every bitter compliment, and every person who secretly wanted you to fail so they could feel better about themselves. Now visualize a circle of mirrored glass rising slowly from the floor, building a solid, unbreakable wall entirely around you. As it rises, it reflects every single heavy stare, every silent judgment, and every envious thought right back to its sender. Feel the sudden, undeniable lightness in your chest as the weight physically lifts off your neck. You are finally breathing your own air, in a space that belongs completely to you. Now, you need to let go of what is no longer yours to carry. Drop the weight of those heavy stares that made you constantly shrink your own light. Release the heavy guilt for outshining the people who stubbornly refuse to grow with you. Let go of the paralyzing fear of being seen in your full, magnificent capacity. Release the loyalty to those superficial friendships that only wanted you around when you were struggling and small. And as you stand tall inside this impenetrable reflection, you are claiming your true forms. You are no longer hiding in the shadows. You activate the hidden architect, bringing your flawless blueprints into the blinding sunlight where they belong. You drop the emotional exhaustion of the past. You activate the silent bearer, realizing you will never again absorb an energy that was not meant for you. You step fully into your present power. You activate the reclaimed victor, taking back every single delayed victory, every stolen credit, and every stalled opportunity without a drop of hesitation. Before we seal this, write down below the name of someone you are carrying through this crossing. Or, if it is just for you, write in one sentence what you are expecting the universe to give back to you. I will read it. And you will not write this alone. Do not release this energy just yet. We are not done. Stay with me. I speak protection over the foundation of your home, ensuring that no unspoken jealousy can ever cross your door. I speak a seal of absolute safety over your flawless efforts, ensuring that no one else can ever take the credit for your silent sacrifices. I speak an impenetrable shield over the massive impending victory that is already walking toward you, ensuring that it arrives completely untouched by the fog of envy. I watched you carry the weight of rooms you did not break, absorbing the silent resentment of those who secretly envied the very strength they relied on to survive. You thought I was unfairly delaying your victory, letting you bleed out right at the finish line, but I was actually forcing the hidden intentions of those around you to the surface so you would not carry their poison into your new chapter. I saw you swallow the good news at that table because something warned you it wasn't safe to share. You thought you were just being paranoid or overly protective, but it was my cosmic alarm ringing deep inside your chest, telling you to guard your light before their silent resentment could drain your vital energy. Every project that died the night before, every compliment with a bitter aftertaste, Every flawless effort you made that someone else took credit for, none of it was a cosmic punishment. It was a rigorous spiritual training ground, forging your energetic boundaries so you could finally learn the difference between helping those in genuine need and carrying the dead weight of those who simply refuse to walk on their own. Your delay was not a denial. It was my ultimate and absolute protection. The heavy energy you felt after certain gatherings and this constant feeling of being watched too closely were exactly the undeniable proof that the victory I have meticulously prepared for you is far too great to pass unnoticed by those who remain in the dark. Now drop their weight and step forward without them. The final threshold is successfully broken, the invisible siege is permanently lifted, and what is rightfully yours is finally free to arrive without any interference. The doubt that sounds exactly like your own voice ends here. The bitter compliment that tries to drain your energy ends here. The sudden urge to hide your light ends here. Virgo has never been cold. Virgo is not envied for being demanding. Virgo is envied for quietly delivering what others only promise out loud. Don't let go yet. The universe has just told you. I saw you swallow the good news at that table because something warned you it wasn't safe to share. And that is exactly why I need to remind you of one thing before sealing this. The relief you are feeling right now is absolute, and what was cut here today is entirely real. But tomorrow morning, the world will try to convince you that nothing changed. The people who secretly drain your energy will test your new boundaries, and you will feel that heavy gaze that will try to sit back upon your shoulders tomorrow morning. If you step out of this space without your complete energetic armor, the invisible siege will simply look for a new blind spot to resume its attack. You need to keep this sacred space completely protected. Go to the first pinned comment right now and download the great secret behind the spiritual envy against Virgo. This digital book is the definitive spiritual companion for upholding the shield that was built during this crossing, so that nothing is lost by tomorrow. It permanently locks the doors you just courageously closed. Do not wait for tomorrow to test the armor that was established today. There are thousands of Virgos listening to this right now, standing in the exact same silence as you, feeling the exact same undeniable relief expanding in their chests. You are not fighting this invisible battle alone anymore. If this voice found you today, subscribe to the channel, not for numbers, but because the next message of this series will look exactly for those who have already crossed this first one. In the next video of this series, I am going to show you the exact sign that appears 3 days before this spiritual siege finally breaks, and why almost every Virgo completely ignores it. Do not miss it. And still in this video, Virgo, before I seal this hour with you, I come back one last time to this request. You have walked with me this far. You have crossed every word, every revelation, every sign. And if at any moment of this message you felt the universe touch you, you know this video was not an accident. The voluntary donation link remains open in the first pinned comment right below the digital book. Not as a charge, not as an exchange, but as a giving back from the one who received to the source this message came from. Any amount your heart points to, and the universe sees every gesture. The universe sees, and the universe multiplies over your home, over your days, over what you don't even know is about to arrive. This was my last request. I'll be waiting for you there. Thank you so much. And when the heavy gaze tries to return, remember that the answer has a name, the great secret of spiritual envy, and it is already within your reach. The fog can no longer swallow your light because the lighthouse is finally sealed. The shore is yours. Now, you can let go. This message is complete. What was seen was seen. What was cut was cut. Walk light, Virgo.